Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. I am following her guide this month for using our Pinterest pins, and today is a mood board, and I'm using color combos. And I am using this one, which is pink, mint, and gold. So my colors match perfectly. I've got my photos, so let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have decided on these two photos. Now, this is a plaque on a big old rock at Alcatraz, and then there I taking a selfie with a Save the Rock that you can purchase at Alcatraz. So, in order to kind of derail people from taking pieces of Alcatraz home, you are allowed to actually buy a piece of Alcatraz and take it home with you. I actually do have a piece of Alcatraz that we took home with us, and I have that little plastic box, and maybe when I do my room tour, I will show it to you. And yes, I did say room tour again. I've stopped saying that for months now, but we are in the midst of a heat wave, or whatever a heat wave is here in the state of Washington. And my bookcases were covering up a vent, so I did some finagling and moving of things today after work, and I've got a new setup and ended up with extra space. Don't know exactly how I managed that because it's the same exact bookcases, they're just turned a different way. But yeah, ended up with the extra space, so who in the world knows? I'm going to use this die cut, and it is a very blatantly white die cut, and I'm not feeling that on this page that has turned very creamy and, golden. We've got these soft pinks and the mint greens, and I just decided that that white word on here was just going to be glaring in your face and not really kind of give you the kind of feeling that I am hoping to get from this layout. So I have this die cut heart that is in a cream color, and I'm going to overlap the word here with that. And I'm flipping through a couple of sticker books, just trying to figure out what in the world I'm going to do with this and what exciting things I can make happen. Ultimately, I find a floral sticker that I am going to layer up over top of the heart and underneath of the word favorites, because it was feeling a little naked right here, right? Like there wasn't enough pizzazz, and I definitely wanted pizzazz. Now I am going to flip through the sticker book, which has been a great resource for things to go on these Alcatraz pages with kind of this romantical and soft and florally feeling I've got going on. And then I was just finding the favorite words and just putting them all over because maybe a little known fact, maybe a fun fact. I have always loved rocks. We've picked up rocks from multiple places where we visit. We have a rock from Cunningham Falls that has moved with us across the country from Maryland to California and then to Washington. We've got a couple rocks that live outside. I mean, obviously that's where rocks live, but some of my rocks live inside. When I was a little kid, I used to collect rocks. My grandparents, my grandmother was a traveling teacher for Reward Ceramics, and they would find fabulous rocks and date them, and she would paint on them the date and where they were, and then they would be shellacked, and they were great. Yeah, but that's one of the things that my mother decided to trash. So yeah, no, I don't have any lingering hard feelings about that, right? Like you can totally tell, right? But anyway, my husband is awesome enough to let me kind of relive my rock thing, and I've got a little collection now. Not like I had when I was a kid. I used to have a big old flower pot just full of rocks. And not that I would ever want a big old flower pot full of rocks anymore. But some of them were awesome and amazing. And yeah, some of them I wish I still had. Okay, so now let's stop talking about my traumatic childhood where my mom threw all of my important stuff away, and let's get back to the layout. So there is a lot of decoration on this layout, between the gold chroma glaze and the tissue paper on here. There's a lot already, right? Like the background is pretty full. And the only thing I really want to do is kind of give some decoration to the photos. Now, I did think about putting a tag inside of this sack that I am using as a secondary photo mat. Ultimately, I decided against it. I was going to do some epic journaling, but obviously I've got very strong thoughts about rocks right now. Probably not the best time to lay those thoughts to paper, although I get it. You know, you journal in the moment, journal your thoughts, journal your feelings, do all the things. You know, get the thoughts out, get the emotions out, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I could write about this every day for a month, every day of every month for years, and I will still be upset about it. Like, because, you know, maybe I'm just not grown as a person and can't let go of things, but whatever. I didn't want that on this layout is basically what I'm trying to get across to you guys. And I guess also I can hold a grudge for a very long time. Forgive, forget, move on, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's how I'm feeling at the moment. So now, and I just got the side eye from my husband. So I will do a short little line of journaling on here, just talking about that I have always loved rocks. And that's really basically all that is going on there. I'm going to use a variety of labels and stickers to kind of create some little decorative moments around here. I'm also going to add in a couple of florals because why not? There's already florals on this page. Florals and rocks are all in nature, so it all works together. The original florals that I thought I would use, which were these pink ones off of there, not exactly the best match for what I had going on. These are a little bit pinker, a little bit brighter, and they're showing up on camera an awful lot brighter than how they look in person. They kind of sticking out like a sore thumb here on the camera, but I promise you it doesn't look as glaring as it does in real life. So I am going to move around some things. I'm also going to take out that gold, my favorite, that is layering over top of the upper photo. It just doesn't feel like it fits, which is weird, right? Like it's all the words favorite is in different fonts and different styles, but for some reason I was not on board with that one. And I also feel like I needed an extra flower up here with this little guy. And I did not have another one of the pink ones, so I found one of these golden yellow ones. And I'm going to overlap that. And I'm like, okay, now we just need to find a word or a label or something to finish that off. And I am going to try out a couple different things. I still try bringing in these feathers that have been sitting on the sticker sheet for a hot minute, and it's just not the right page, right? It's just not. I am going to bring in these little dark chocolate brown rimmed labels to kind of match that dark chocolate brown that I've got going on the photo mats, and it kind of makes the little crosshatch marks in the background a little bit more brown than black, which is the color I think they were. I think they were actually a really dark gray, but with the gesso and the matte medium over top and then the gold over top of that, it kind of tricks your eye into thinking that it's a chocolate brown instead of a really dark gray that's almost black, and that works. I also decide to throw on a little sticker phrase right there where those flowers are, because it's a weird spot for the flowers to overlap the photo, right? Normally I have it in a corner or across the bottom, but smack dab in the center is a little bit weird, but I couldn't have it up at the top because of the placement of what's in the photograph itself. And then down at the bottom just didn't feel right. Like it felt wrong. So I went straight in the middle, I guess. Kind of like a Goldilocks thing we got going on here. I am going to try to bring in something else up here at the top of the small photo because I feel like it's lacking, right? There's a layer that's missing. And then I just happen to look over and I have this torn sack like the one that is here, and I am going to go ahead and layer that up there. And this one has a much more torn edge than the one on the bottom, but I think it all coordinates well. So after I do that, this is where I believe I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get my journaling in. Not yet. I'm going to add some little florally bits. So these are kind of like an enamel floral, and I'm just going to place them around the photos a little bit to kind of give a little bit more texture and depth to the layout. And then I bring in a mini heart, the same color as that cream big heart. And I'm just trying to find a good place to nestle it close to that larger heart. And I end up finding one right here. And then this is where I'm going to talk about how much I love rocks, and not going to bring up the past like I expounded upon for, I don't know, felt like 37 minutes with you guys, which I know it wasn't, but you know, there it is. Anyway, that is going to do it for this layout. Here are some close-ups for you. There it says, I've always loved rocks, always. So that's really all the journaling I needed, right? Right. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.